I'm breaking down my June favorites today. I've got makeup, skincare, nutrition. I'm even sharing the favorite book that I'm reading. So I hope you'll join me. Welcome back. I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman. I'm breaking down my June favorites today. I've got a wide range of things. I have makeup, skincare, nutrition. I'm even sharing the favorite book that I'm reading. So you'll find out a lot about me today. I hope you'll stick around. But before we get started, if you're not subscribed to my channel and you'd like to be, just go ahead and click that red button down below. And if you'd like to be notified when there's a new video for you to watch, just go ahead and click that notification bell and YouTube will give you a heads up. So I'm not sure whether to call this my June favorites video or my first favorites video ever. You know, I have a new channel. This is the first time I've made it through a whole month to actually have some favorites. So it's kind of exciting for me. This is sort of a milestone. What I've done is I've pulled together all the new things from the month of June that I loved, and plus some things that I've been using for a while that I think are absolutely stellar and amazing. You know, I'm not an easy person to impress. I like most things. I love very few things as far as material things go. I love lots and lots of people, and I love the world and that sort of thing. But when it comes to a retail product, you really have to put something together that's going to impress me at a good price point. So I'll be going over some things today that I think are wonderful, that I love using, that I think are a great price point and are a good value. So let's start with makeup today. And the first thing I want to talk about is a trusty little eyeshadow that I've been loving. Now this is from Wet n Wild, and it is the Brulee eyeshadow. This is a tiny little single. You can see how tiny it is. And you just can pick these up at almost any drugstore. I got mine at the local CVS. And the last time I went and purchased this, I got two, because it is like the perfect eyeshadow to lay down a base or a wash to set your lid up for other colors. It's a great formula. It goes on very, very smoothly. And it's just like the perfect creamy color. I absolutely love this. And I actually keep one of these on my makeup table all the time, because I never know when I'm going to want to reach for it to either, put down a base on my lid, put a little highlight underneath my brow, put something in the inner corner of my eye. This is just almost like a staple. For me, it's kind of like salt and pepper on the table. I've got my Brulee eyeshadow from Wet n Wild. These are, I think they're $3 or $4. They're so affordable, and they're really, really such a good, handy little staple product to have in your arsenal. I think if you try it, you're absolutely going to love it. So if you've used this before, make sure you comment down below and tell me what you think about them and if you love it as much as I do. The next makeup product I want to talk about is a concealer, and this is the Lasting Finish Breathable Concealer from Rimmel. I absolutely adore this product. And the way that I found it was really kind of a fluke. I wasn't really looking for a concealer. I was just in my local CVS, and the Rimmel, the little Rimmel display had 75% off all their products. And I thought, well, that's a great deal. So I just threw a whole bunch of products in my cart because I thought, well, I just want to try a bunch of it. And this was one of the products that I picked up. Now, I really wasn't expecting much from this product. There's a lot of great concealers out there. I hadn't heard anything about this particular concealer. So I took it home and I used it. And I'll have to tell you, I used it with another favorite product of mine, and I'll talk about this one more specifically in just a second. But I used it with the e.l.f. Mineral Primer. And when I used this, I just tapped it in and I went off and did my day. I came home, looked in my magnifying makeup mirror, and I thought, this is going to be a hot mess because, this is a very inexpensive drugstore concealer. I didn't have high hopes. And by golly, it was amazing. It hadn't moved. I even went, over to the other side of my house. My daughter was over. I said, you've got to look at this concealer. It's amazing. It really, coupled with that particular primer is how I use it. It doesn't move. Once you put it on, it is locked in there for the day. So I use this concealer over the e.l.f. primer, and then I set it with the e.l.f. powder, and it is locked in. So I absolutely love this concealer. I use it in Fair 100, and I just put a tiny bit on. Here, I'll show you what it looks like on the back of my hand. That is way too much. That would probably do 3 days right there. That's how little you need. And I just take a little bit on my finger and dab it underneath my eye and tap it in, and then I finish it off with my beauty sponge and then set it with the powder, and it is truly an amazing concealer. And it's, you know, it's easy to work with, it's consistent and reliable, and it's at a great price point. I think maybe it's, you know, $4 or $5. I'll link everything down below with the prices and stuff so you can find it easily and get more information on each specific product. The next thing I'll talk about is the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Primer, because I kind of brought it up with the Rimmel. This has become my personal current holy grail primer. I absolutely love this primer. It seems to really hold my products in. This is a silicone-based primer, so it comes out clear. And I'll just take a little dib and just wash it over my face, and particularly underneath my eyes where I really want my concealer to set. And the longer I've owned this primer, the more I've fallen in love with it. You know, I tried a couple of days ago to use a foundation I'd been using with another primer. I think it was Master Prime from Maybelline. And boy, it was just, the difference between how my makeup sat on my face and looked and stayed was just night and day. So I really, really enjoy this primer. It's become one of my staples. The only criticism I have is that this is just a really, really small bottle. Now granted, I think it's only $8 at the drugstore, but you know, it's not a whole lot of product in this bottle, and I can whip through one of these in less than a month. So I'm not sure if it's the best value out there for drugstore primers, but it's definitely a product that really works. I wouldn't mind it actually if they put it in a little larger bottle and charged a little higher price point, so I don't have to keep running back and getting more of them. So this is the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Primer. Absolutely love this. The next makeup product I want to talk about is this eyebrow pencil from Wet n Wild. This is their retractable brow pencil. That's all it says. And I have it in the ash brown. And I have to give you a caveat about me and eyebrow products, in that I just am kind of always unimpressed with them, because I've been using a brown eyeshadow to do my eyebrows for a long time, and I could never find a product that I liked as well as just using a brown eyeshadow in one of the Milani palettes I had. And I thought, well, this is kind of ridiculous that they're creating all these brow products and I can't find one to spend more money on that I like better than just an eyeshadow I have on my makeup table. This is the first product that I can say that I like it, I use it, and I will repurchase it. So this is in the ash brown, and what I use it mainly for is, I still do my brows mostly with shadow, but I use it for the tail of my brow, and it works well and it stays for several hours in a really, really nice way. Now the only problem I have with this product, and it's with the design, and can you tell what it might be? One end is a spoolie, great. The other end is the pencil, and you can see it's one of those angled pencils, which is really nice. It cuts a really nice line. But here's the problem. When it's laying on your makeup table and it's got the cap on both ends, you have no idea which one is the pencil and which one is the spoolie. So I can't tell you how many times I picked this up and took one end off and it wasn't the end I wanted. So now what I do, see, I just did it again. I was looking for the spoolie. I just leave the cap off the spoolie, so I automatically know that the one with the cap on it is the pencil. So this is the Wet n Wild retractable eyebrow pencil in ash brown. I love it. I think it's a great value. It's just a few dollars, and again, I'll link all these products down below. The next product I want to talk about is, I can't even believe I'm talking about this because it's just so outside of my comfort zone. It's from Wet n Wild as well, and it is this high shimmer, high gloss, almost metallic liquid eyeshadow. And if you would have told me even 6 months ago that I would have been talking about one of these, I wouldn't have believed you. But for some reason, this just stole my heart. And I've only had it for a little bit, and I've only worn it a couple of times, but I'll tell you, it's just so cool and so different. Here, let me swatch it on the back of my hand for you. So it's one of those super metallic liquid shadows, and you can see it. It's glorious. But this is what I like about it. For us mature women, it's a way to get that really cool metallic look without it being like an over-the-top color. I think that this is just really a sophisticated color and a sophisticated look. So what I've done with this is that I've gone ahead and put this right on my movable lid, and then in my crease I'll take a little bit more of a umber brown or a cool brown and crease that out, and then put a little highlight under my brow. And it's a sophisticated look. It's super, super easy to do, and it's really pretty and unique. So if you're wanting to kind of try one of these metallic shadows and you haven't yet, this could be a great option for you. It's really a fun color, and it's almost kind of like I've got hooked on it. The name of this is Shells and Whistles, which I think is such a fun name, but I'll link it right down below if you want to go ahead and take a look at it. I'm laughing because in the last makeup product I'm going to show today is also from Wet n Wild. I guess I'm having a romance with Wet n Wild. I didn't even realize it. But it's their Wet n Wild Catsuit Lipstick. I'm sure you've heard about these. These are so terrific, and I've talked about them. I have a lipstick video that I'll link up there that I feature some of the Wet n Wild lipsticks. This is such a great lipstick line, these Wet n Wild Catsuit lipsticks. And this particular color is called Chic Got Real. And I'm wearing it today. And the reason that I love it so much is it's a cool tone pink. So it has a real soft look on the face, and the formula is super comfortable. They stay on all day. I have a number of these Wet n Wild Catsuit lip colors, and I'm sure I'm going to add more. If you're looking for kind of a glossy sort of lipstick slash gloss, it's not really sheer. Here, I'll put it on the back of my hand. It's more of a lipstick finish with a gloss feel to it. So these are really beautiful, and I have several of them, like I said. So if you haven't tried the liquid catsuit yet and you're looking for kind of a very comfortable, easy to wear lip color, I'd recommend these. These are a great price point. I think they're maybe $5.49, and I think that they're really worth it. Easy to slip into your purse, or sometimes I even slip this into my bra when I'm not carrying a purse. So they're super easy to use and wear. Love the Liquid Catsuit by Wet n Wild. The next product we're going to talk about today is actually, I kind of categorize it as a skincare product. This is the e.l.f. Lip Exfoliator. And I don't know if you've seen these. It's actually an exfoliator that's in a lipstick bullet. And it comes in this great little case, you can see. And I'll have to be honest with you. I heard about this from someone else, and I went out and bought it, and I didn't like it a single bit. I used it and I thought, well, this is ridiculous. It just didn't work for me. You know, I thought you could mix honey and sugar and exfoliate your lips without having to buy anything, just make something at home, and it would be wonderful. Well, I'm not sure if the product dried down a little bit or if I just changed my taste, but now I absolutely love this exfoliator. It seems to work really well. It's super easy to do. You know, in the evening, if I'm just wrapping up my day, I'll just grab this and run it over my lips, move that exfoliating, the little, you know, grit in here around my lips. Grit, that doesn't sound like a very appealing word. Whatever is in here that rubs the dead skin off your lips. I'll just rub that around on my lips, and it's super easy, and I love it. And it's actually lasted for quite a long time. I've been using it for a while, and I still have a ton left. So if you're looking for a lip exfoliator that's super handy, I can absolutely recommend this. If you get it and it doesn't thrill you right out of the gate, let it sit for a little bit and dry down. You might find that you like it even better that way. The next product I want to talk about is also a skincare product, and it's also another product that I got at first because I heard about it from someone else, and I got it and I didn't like it, and now I love it. Isn't that so funny how that happens? So it's the Garnier Micellar Water, and I had heard about this from someone who said that they use it to take their eye makeup off, and that it took their eye makeup off like in one swipe. So I went out and got it because taking your eye makeup off in one swipe sounded really, really good to me. Well, I brought it home, took my eye makeup off. No, it didn't take my eye makeup off in one swipe, not even close to it. I don't even think it would take my eye makeup off if I used it all day long. And in particular, I'm talking about my mascara because I use the CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara, which stays on your lashes all day long. But taking it off at night is a challenge. And so I use coconut oil, rub it around, and I finally get my mascara off at night. This does not take that off. But what I have done is I've used this for all those times that I want to quick clean my face. Let's say I've washed my face, done my new face, and then I have aloe vera on my skin and I want to clean my skin off to put my serums and moisturizers on before I go to bed. I'll use this to do that instead of washing my face again with my face wash. So the times that I need something quick to clean my face with, I use this micellar water, and I'll use it on a facial wipe that's designed to take your makeup off. I'll add a little bit of this micellar water, and I really do love it. So this was a product that initially I had high hopes for, brought it home, super disappointed, and now I really, really appreciate having it around because it's so helpful, it's so useful. So I'll definitely be repurchasing this. And if you haven't tried a micellar water, whether you use Garnier or another brand, I would really recommend that you give it a whirl because by golly, I found this to be just so doggone handy. So I really enjoy having this around. The next product I want to talk about is kind of a nutritional product. It's a little bit left of center as far as the things I usually talk about on my channel, but it's so good that I really want to share it. And I have to tell you, I hesitated a little bit about sharing it because it can bring up a lot of issues for people. But I thought, what the heck? It has made a tremendous difference in my life. So I thought I'd go ahead and just share it with you. So, all right, let me tell you a story first. As you might know, I just wrapped up 2 years of full-time travel. And I was traveling outside of the country for quite a bit of the time, and then I was traveling inside of the country. And what I can tell you is that I thought my memories were going to be of all the places I went and all the things I did. And I do have wonderful memories of those things. But my most wonderful memories, or the most substantial memories, are of the people that I met. Because when you're out in the world traveling by yourself, you meet other people who are out in the world traveling, and they're always so interesting. So I was actually in Montana really getting to know Glacier National Park, and I met a woman who was a nutritionist. Now, she was in her 70s, incredibly fit, so limber, amazing, an amazing woman. But she'd been a nutritionist all her life, and she'd started out as a dietitian in New York City, gotten kind of little left of center, which of course you guys might know is kind of my bent as far as nutrition and health and medicine and that sort of thing. And she's really kind of a holistic nutritionist now. So people come to her to really find out what's going wrong with their body. So she's written some books, she does lectures, this sort of thing. So I was wrapping up this 2 years of travel, and I'll tell you, I wasn't paying attention to my skin, my hair, my weight. I didn't care. I was just having fun. And to be honest with you, I had really kind of gotten, what I would consider, a little heavier and just not fit, because even though I was hiking a lot, I was doing other things that, like perhaps my diet and this and that weren't really serving me. So I asked her, I said, if you were to suggest 2 things to me that I could implement that would help my health, what would they be? And her reply was, take Restore and eat organic. So I thought, okay. And I said, well, what's the Restore for? And I didn't even know anything about the product. She said it helps leaky gut. Well, I'd heard the buzzwords leaky gut. I don't really, buy into it that much. I thought it was just another buzzword to sell some stuff. But I didn't question her because I really did admire her and believe in her. And so I went out and got this product called Restore. Now, this is a very liquidy product. I don't know, you can't really hear it, but it's just really a liquid, and it's filled with some kind of magical stuff in there. And I take 1 teaspoon every morning with my 5,000 IUs of vitamin D. Now, here's a picture of me before I started the Restore. You can see what a difference it has made. It somehow has just taken away a lot of puffiness and water retention and extra looking, I don't know if it's weight so much as just oh gosh, sort of a bloated look about my face and the rest of my body. So I've been using the Restore now for pretty much consistently for almost a year. And I'm just not one of those people that gets on the scale and weighs myself. That's not the kind of life I want to live. It's just not fun for me. But I can say that the Restore has made a tremendous difference, one, in the foods I crave, and two, how my whole body looks and feels as a result of the foods I eat. So with this Restore, I just take 1 teaspoon every morning, and it does say to take more than that. I don't. I just take the 1 teaspoon. So this says this is a 2-week supply. Well, I've had this bottle for a few months now because I don't take the full dosage. I just don't, and I don't know why. Maybe you would like to take the full dosage. That's, I think, a personal choice. But I can say of all the things that I've done for my general overall health, in addition to the vitamin D, which you guys know about from my hair video. If you haven't watched the hair video, you might want to catch that one because it's got some interesting results in it. I can say that this Restore has been a significant part of me just feeling better and looking better and my body just functioning a lot better. So there you have it, a little bit of a nutritional product. If you're interested in kind of upping your, the way your body feels, you might want to give this a try. I absolutely adore this product. Okay, the very last thing we're going to cover today, and I hope you're not getting tired yet. And I got this idea from Jessica from Jam, I think it's Jam 89 Beauty. She has a huge compared to my channel, YouTube channel. I absolutely adore her. She's so personable and so fun and just so enjoyable. If you're not subscribed to her, go check her out. I think you'll love her and want to be subscribed. Anyway, she did a recent favorites video and she included the book that she was reading and loving. And I thought that's so nice because I felt like I knew her a little bit better and got connected to something that was important to her and she was enjoying, and it was a book that I might even pick up someday. So I thought I would share the book that I'm reading right now, The Book of Knowing and Worth. And this is a spiritual book and it's a channeled text from Paul Selig. I don't know if you know who Paul Selig is, but he's a channel. He lives in New York City and he's done quite a series of books with his guides. And this is the last, I think, in one series, The Book of Knowing and Worth. And I'm reading this now for the second time. I'm absolutely loving it. It's a real spiritual text and it really kind of hits to the very resonance of who we are as, being incarnated here on earth. So that might be a little left of center for you, but this is what I'm reading right now and I'm really enjoying it. And the interesting thing about this book is it really does affect your vibration. When I'm reading this book, I can actually feel my vibration changing and just the resonance of my being changing. So I'm really enjoying it. And if you're into this kind of thing, you might want to check it out. You might love it. Well, thank you for joining me for my very first favorites video. So this is June of 2019. I really appreciate you sticking with me. I hope you found a few things that are interesting for you, maybe solve a couple of problems for you or things that you might want to try and check out. I know I love getting recommendations from other people. I'm kind of a lazy shopper. So if you have some things that you are loving, please put them in the comments down below so that we can all learn from you. I'd love to find out what's working for you, what you're loving, and what you're repurchasing every single month. So again, I thank you for your time today. If you're not subscribed and you'd like to be, just go ahead and click that little red button down below. And if you'd like to be notified when I have a new video up, just go ahead and hit that notification bell and YouTube will give you a little heads up. So I thank you so much for your time today. I'm just tickled that you took time out of your day to stop by and spend it with me. Appreciate that. So make it a great day, a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.